Well, that's the clip that I showed you, Shannon. Um, I'm now looking different already. So I remember that time I had one of those facial looks, and the coat that I was wearing was a black coat. But I will never forget the time that I asked you about the one and only Mark Slaughter of the Good Slaughter, because you was in the video called Real Love, and I will never forget that. When you get a chance, ask Mark Slaughter about that, because he's one of the coolest dudes to ever do from Slaughter. So, let me tell you something. I've been asking you about this. I said, were you in the back of the taxi cab? Were you in the music video or something like that, Shannon? I cannot forget that. Well, right now, I'm telling you, I'm 45 and you're 49. And at that time, I remember that we saw each other. I was like, wait a minute, I cannot forget that. You know what? At that time, you was 39 and I was 35. I could never forget from being the badass myself, and I read all your books. I read every single book, every single page in your book. I'll never forget that. How was I supposed to forget, Shannon? I've been following you ever since you were Brenda of Beverly Hills 90210. I've been a big fan of you when I was 15 years old, but now I'm 45. It's like 30 years ago, or 30 years later. How am I supposed to forget you? You know, after all of these fans that you have, there's a biggest fan here in my life, and you've been knowing me for a long time. And Shannon, I will never forget the time we posed each other in a picture at the old Borders bookstore in Manhattan. Now it's an H&M store over in the Columbus Circle section in Manhattan. I will never forget that. You know what? It's hard to do something since the pandemic, but reliving 10 years of knowing each other from a badass book signing really gets me pumped up. You know why? Because you got energy as well as I got energy. Happy 10-year anniversary of being the badass, Shannen Doherty. Courtesy of Ray Negroni. Bye.